唔經唔覺，小弟上一次嚟 CES 係已經講緊3年前嘅事啦。咁3年之後，我重臨呢個拉斯維加斯咧，我後邊就已經多咗一棟咁新、咁靚、咁大嘅建築物啦。咁到底入邊有啲咩新嘢值得我哋期待嘅咧？等我哋揾下 CES 嘅一位代表嚟同我哋分享一下先。小弟嚟咗 CES 都算係10幾年㗎啦，可以話係。咁但係就都冇乜機會同佢哋主辦單位即係 CTA 去做一個交流。咁啊，今次難得終於可以翻嚟 CES 咧，我就咁啱揾到CTA 其中一位 director Brian 嚟吹下水咁樣啦，睇下佢對今年 CES 有咩睇法。Brian, thank you so much for joining me here. Thank you for your time. I'd like to get your thoughts on how this year's CES compares to last year's. I mean, obviously you're expecting a larger number in all sorts of ways because now that all the different countries are opening up, and I was just wondering, like, are there numbers that you can share with us just to give a good idea?
Well, we're looking at about a 70% bigger footprint than last year's show. So what does that translate into? About 3,200 exhibitors are going to be here, as well as about 1,000 new companies overall. And so we're excited to have companies big and small showcase their innovation. So what I'm looking forward to is that serendipity is really going to be, I think, present on this show floor, seeing those new innovations.
Nice. What is it about this physical show that people want? Like, what are people looking for when they come to the physical show physically?
Yeah, well, I look at it from a couple of perspectives. Let's start with the attendee perspective. When I think about CES, I think one of the bigger standpoints here is that serendipity that I mentioned in my last response, which is you can see a company and a product or a service or a solution digitally, and you can learn a lot about it, but there's nothing that quite matches that sort of that visceral experience of being able to see it in action, see those technologies. And most of the time when you go to a digital venue, you kind of map out, okay, here's who I want to see, I'm going to look at these companies. When you walk the show floor, that's where the serendipity comes into play, where it's a company that you might not have had on your list, that you're going to see this innovation that catches your eye and will draw you there. That's the attendee perspective. But then the other way I look at it is from the exhibitor perspective. Why did they want to come back there in person? We had a stat from, I think, CES 2020 that showcased that 94% of our exhibitors said that their annual sales were impacted by it. Okay. So when you think about the exhibitor standpoint, it's important for them to be back at the show too, because this is where it's not just media, but investors come, other media or other enterprise representatives come here. So it's really exciting.
I see that you've got some anti-COVID measures around the show floors. Can you tell us a bit about what you guys are doing to ensure the safety of attendees?
Yeah, of course. So we learned a lot from the previous showcase, and so this step one is always monitoring the current health situation. So one of the big things is we're more touch-free than ever at the show. We also are working to make sure that we have, the ability, if anyone wants to test, they can go and get testing solutions, and then just continue to monitor and make sure that people feel comfortable with the space in the show floor.
Last question. I heard that you're a bit of a geek yourself.
Huge geek.
Geeky. Yeah, he's laughing. Yeah. So, what are your highlights for this show? What would you recommend me to check out in person?
Yeah, of course. So when I think about that, I always go back to what are the big trends that are on the show floor. So I think 3 that jump to mind are metaverse, digital health, and mobility. So autos, transportation. Let's start with metaverse first. The thing that jumps to me is a exhibit that's going to showcase Nemo's Garden. It's going to be at Siemens in North Hall. They're going to showcase underwater farming. So you don't think, how does underwater farming work in the metaverse, right? Well, one, it has a sustainability impact when you think you're using less water when you're doing underwater technology. So this innovation is being coupled with digital twin technology from Siemens to help you, metaverse-based technology right here, to help globally scale up those solutions, to help address food insecurity, water insecurity, and really tackle those global challenges, which is the core theme of the show. Digital health, I'm really excited to see innovations that, I wear a Fitbit every day. I track things like my step count, my glucose, all of these sort of innovations. Digital health is going to expand the therapeutic footprint. And what that means is more areas of empowering consumers to take control of their health. And so SK is going to be showcasing their Zero glasses, which are wearable glasses that you can wear. They look sleek. They are, really discreet in a lot of ways. But what they do is they measure biosignals on your head to help detect and predict epileptic seizures. So we've gone from, in the wearable space, blood oxygen monitoring, glucose monitoring, to epileptic seizure management. And then finally, I mentioned mobility. So we're going to see electrification by cars as well as by boats with our new marine tech category. So things like Candela's C8 electric boat is going to be on display. But I'm really excited for autonomous vehicles. So really looking forward to seeing like someone like Caterpillar or John Deere showcasing that it's not just cars and autonomous, but autonomous tractors and autonomous mining vehicles. So I think it's going to be really exciting to see some of what's in store in the mobility section over in West Hall.
Awesome. Can't wait. Although I'm sure my legs will be dead by the end of the week. But
well, wear comfortable shoes.
I do. I bought some new shoes just for CES, actually. So,
You're a pro.
Yeah, looking forward to that. Brian, thank you so much.
Richard, thank you so much.
Thank you. 所以嚟緊呢幾日，我哋 CES 嘅報導請大家繼續關注啦。係咁先。